I'm welcoming everyone to tonight's Yoga Nidra. And we're going to start tonight a little bit differently than we often do. We're going to start with an adult temper tantrum. And it's a great release, especially in times of uncertainty, in times where you're just feeling this overall tension that you don't really know what it is and you need to shake it off. And I'm convinced that's why 2-year-olds throw temper tantrums because they don't know how to express what they're feeling, but they know something's not quite right. So we're going to do a little temper tantrum. You can do this as aggressively or as passively as you would like to do. If you share living arrangements with people, you might want to let them know if you're going to do it aggressively so they don't think you're spazzing out. But it's very simple. You lie down if that's comfortable for you. You can also do it seated in a chair. And you're going to start by pounding your feet on the floor. And maybe your hands are pounding your thighs or the floor, depending on your position. And we're going to do this as we inhale to release anything that's built up. And if you want to add an extra release, you can let it out of your mouth with an audible sound. And we're going to do the temper tantrum 3 times. So we're going to inhale, release with the sounds, pause, and then do it 2 more times. So let's get comfortable. If you're lying down and you want to bend your knees so that your feet can hit the floor more firmly, please feel free to do so. And then I'm going to invite you to inhale, maybe tightening up your face as you do so. And then on the exhale, release everything by pounding your hands, your feet, and letting it all go. Ah, shaking the head if that feels okay. Ah, shaking the whole body, just shaking it all out. Ah, and then pause. We're going to inhale 2 more times. Inhale. Ah. And then pause. And then one last time, letting it go completely, getting rid of any pent-up tension, taking an inhale and exhale. Ah. Shaking it all out and pause. Release your legs to the floor. Allow your arms to come down by the sides. And just notice any released energy in the body. Allow it to flow into any holdings, physical, mental, emotional. Allow the body to settle into a deep state of balance and relaxation. Merge into it. Now I invite you to bring your attention to the face. With your next exhalation, allow all expression to drop from the face. Releasing the tiny muscles around the eyes, allowing the eyeballs to rest back in their sockets. Releasing the tiny muscles around the mouth. Tongue resting in the mouth. Lower jaw, gently opening, softening. Allow the cheeks to soften. Notice the scalp resting on the skull. The neck softening, easing. Just notice the entire range of sensations in the face and head. Now drop into a sense of your whole bodily presence. Embrace this present moment's experience, undistorted by what you like or don't like. Let go of what is going. Let come that which is coming. This becomes your connection to Source. If you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes and quiet your mind. Be still. Let go of all thoughts, worry, and tension. Give yourself fully to a higher power. Relax, trust, and let go. Breathe in fully and exhale with an audible, deep sigh. And again, breathe in fully and exhale with an even deeper sigh, releasing even more. Feel a deep sense of contentment and peace in your heart. Now I invite you to bring an intention into your awareness in the form of words, images, or as a felt sense. If you are unclear about this intention, just see what appears in your field of awareness, and then repeat this intention silently to yourself 3 times. Feel yourself in a place where you like to be. Perhaps it's a place where you feel peaceful and calm, relaxed and quiet. No concerns about the future or past, simply an overwhelming experience of the rightness of things. Perhaps your place is on a beach near the water, watching the waves meet the shore, noticing the scent of salt air, the sound of seagulls. Or maybe you prefer a mossy green forest with tall trees, the smell of a freshly cut meadow and wildflowers, a trickling stream. Trust whatever image arises in your awareness. Take a minute to look around this place. See if there's a place that you're attracted to. Perhaps it's a comfortable spot where you might sit or lie down. Maybe it's the hollow in the sand that holds your shape, or a soft bed of moss. Wherever it is, relax into the space, surrendering the weight of your body, feeling completely supported. No effort or need to hold yourself up. Breathe in the scent, the sight, the sounds of this place. Allow the whole experience to permeate your entire being, absorbed into each and every cell with each breath in and each breath out. Feeling through bodily sensations what it is to be safe and at peace, surrounded, protected in this place where you may deeply rest. Feel how restful and calm you are. Feeling content, relaxed, grounded. Know that you may return to this place anytime you want or need to. This place of comfort and safety is always there when you need it. Feel yourself descending down into the stillness beneath the mind. All excess tension and holding carried out with each exhaling breath. Feel what is present without labels or comments. Feeling more, thinking less. Feel your outward attention moving inward. Release any struggle to make anything happen. Feel yourself held in absolute stillness. Relax. Relax deeply. As we enter further into Yoga Nidra, try to remain as motionless as possible. If you do need to move or make an adjustment, do so mindfully and return to stillness as soon as you are able. Resolve to remain awake, staying in touch with the sound of my voice. Allow your entire body to respond to my words directly and non-mentally. Allow any disturbances, external or internal, to draw you more deeply within. In Yoga Nidra, you enter the subconscious energetic field. Allow your mind to merge and melt into the energy body and go beyond the boundaries of body and mind. Now shift from thinking and doing to feeling and being. Do absolutely nothing from now on. Simply relax. Drop into the deepest state of tranquility, stillness, and peace in the area of the third eye. Now, your consciousness is in direct communion with your energy body. I invite you to direct your attention to the flow of breath, specifically the breath as it naturally moves through both nostrils. See the breath as two separate streams rising and falling. No effort to change or control the breath, simply watching its natural flow. Now I invite you to bring attention to the breath moving through the right nostril, inhaling and exhaling through the right nostril, sensing the warmth of the breath as it passes through the right nostril. Continue to breathe through the right nostril for the next few breaths. Now I invite you to bring your attention to the breath moving through the left nostril. Inhaling and exhaling through the left nostril, sensing the coolness of the breath in the left nostril. Continue to breathe through the left nostril for the next few breaths. Now, I invite you to begin to visualize breathing through alternate nostrils. If this appears confusing or uncomfortable, just breathe normally. On your next inhalation, breathe in through the right nostril and exhale through the left. And then inhale through the left nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, exhale through the right. There's no effort or doing on your part. Simply continue to visualize alternating the breath through each nostril. Inhaling one nostril, exhaling the opposite nostril. Continue to do this for a few more rounds on your own. As you do so, you may sense a subtle coolness in the left nostril and maybe a warmth of the right nostril as you continue to breathe in this manner. I invite you to allow your breath to return to its normal rhythm. Simply witness the breath flowing equally through both nostrils. Breath breathing itself. Sun and moon, yin and yang, restored to harmony and balance. Right and left brain becoming one synchronized, unified whole, merging into oneness. Still, empty, open. Allow attention to naturally rest in the area of the third eye between the eyebrows, magnetically drawing attention and energy inward. Drop into that silent space where all doing stops. Experience silence extending everywhere. Enter an effortless state of being. Once again, I invite you to bring your attention back to the breath. And then on the next inhalation, draw the breath from the tip of the toes up to the top of the head. And then as you exhale, draw the breath down from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. Repeat this pattern for the next few breaths. In from the tip of the toes to the top of the head, and then exhale from the top of the head down to the tip of the toes. The next time you inhale, draw the breath in from the ankles up to the top of the head, and then exhale the breath down from the top of the head to the ankles. And again, repeat this pattern. Now, draw the breath in from the knees up to the top of the head, and then exhale the breath down from the top of the head to the knees. Inhale from the base of the spine up to the top of the head, and then exhale the breath down from the top of the head to the base of the spine. Next, inhale from below the navel up to the top of the head, and then exhale the breath down from the top of the head to below the navel. Inhale from above the navel, the area of the solar plexus, up to the top of the head, and then exhale the breath down from the top of the head to the solar plexus. Inhale through the heart center and exhale out through the top of the head. Inhale through the heart center. Exhale out through the top of the head. Continue. Inhale through the throat. Exhale out through the crown of the head. Inhale through the third eye. Exhale out through the crown of the head, merging into the subtle upward flow of energy, becoming one with the boundless field of energy extending everywhere. All separation dissolving in a background of evenly hovering awareness. Freed from restrictions of mind, divine energy awakens. From this moment on, allow yourself to shift from effort to grace. This is the nourishment of divine energy. Allow this spirit force to work for you, providing you with complete divine protection and guidance. All power is beginning to manifest in your life, giving you a whole new level of vitality, strength, and courage. A new sense of freedom, fulfillment, and joy filling your heart. Breathe in a complete sense of relief now that you have arrived. Lifetimes of karma dropping away at this moment. You are unburdened and free, feeling completely at peace with yourself and the world that surrounds you, feeling very safe in this protection. Your body is luminous, radiant, emanating light from every pore of your skin, manifesting through your eyes. Know that you may return here again and again. The channel is now open. Feel that your whole body and every cell is vibrating at a whole new frequency. The energy field begins to extend beyond your body and spreads everywhere. This is a new dimension, the dimension of being, not doing. Because when you arrive, there is nothing to be done. Once again, I invite you to bring your attention to the center between your eyebrows and drop into the deepest level of relaxation. Here there remains nothing to do or achieve. You have entered the domain of grace. In this domain of integration, you are witness of all that is happening but doing nothing to make it happen. All that can never be done by your doing can happen only in the non-doing presence of your being. Feel completely safe and comfortable as you hand yourself over to the power and protection of presence. Feel it, experience it, be it. Hand over all fear, apprehension, and anxiety about all that you want to change, control, or manage. Let go of all doing. Replace it with faith and trust in a higher power. Allow your mind to merge and melt into the presence and enter the sanctuary of silence. Remain empty and free from all doing. Feel yourself as time transcendent presence right now. Here, your intention and your affirmations are actualized and fulfilled with effortless ease. If you have an intention, I invite you to once again bring it into your awareness 3 times in the form of words, images, or as a felt sense. If you do not have an intention, just remain silent and allow Spirit, who knows what is best, to do it for you. Allow this intention to go to the deepest levels of recognition with no hesitation. Know that your higher self recognizes, honors, and accepts your intention. Have faith and trust that it has been heard and is being acted upon by a higher power of the source within you. There's no need for you to do anything about it. I invite you to bring your attention back to the center between the eyebrows and feel all the energies of your body from all meridians activated, purified, and balanced. All channels are open and the life force is flowing freely, healing the body and calming the mind. Open your heart and feel content. Just experience. Allow your entire self to respond spontaneously and effortlessly to what I next say. I automatically attract the highest and best to myself. I feel my burden is lifted. I have complete freedom from managing, controlling, or needing anything outside of myself. I drop all anxiety and fear and replace it with faith and trust. I feel the love, light, and grace that has always surrounded me, now blessing me. I love and accept myself totally as I am. Establish yourself firmly in faith and trust to receive the grace, protection, and guidance of the higher self within you. The more often you go to your source, the easier it will be to return there, and the longer you may stay there. Feel the presence of your own spiritual guides surrounding you and blessing you, accepting their blessing and grace. embody it, and spread it wherever you go. Now you have prepared the base from where you may carry out interactions with life and interpersonal relationships with the integrative power of love and the source within. You are the emissary of light and love. Carry it everywhere you go and to everyone you meet. If you have an area that you feel needs healing, physical, mental, or emotional, allow this light and love to flow into that area now. Now begin to become aware of the rising and falling of the breath. Slowly, feel yourself beginning to rise to the surface of awareness. Sense the body resting on whatever surface it's on, the quality of the air as it touches the skin. Gradually, but only if you feel ready, you may begin to move as if you are waking from a restful sleep. If you're lying down, you may want to bend your knees, drawing them closer to your chest, perhaps rocking sideways gently. Take your time. Do not hurry. Then again, if you're on the floor and you want to roll over onto one side, curling up into a fetal position, feeling the safety, comfort, and protection of that position. And then once more, I invite you to bring your intention into your awareness, repeating it silently to yourself just once, changing nothing. Know that every time you find yourself in reaction, you are empowered to replace it with your intention. Gradually, you may begin to move, perhaps sitting up, keeping the eyes closed. Continue to stay deep in this deep inner experience. Regardless of what you consciously recognize that has or has not changed, know that something deep within has shifted to connect you with your intention. Become aware of your body and bring a deep sense of peace and contentment with you as you bring awareness back into the body. Notice how relaxed the body is, how soft the breath is, how silent the mind is, how quiet the heartbeat is. Be still and be grateful. Know that you may easily enter here again and again. You may gradually open your eyes. Tonight's practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. I thank you for joining me this evening, and I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.